Hey guys, it's Gunrunner7271. Today we're still back at Ember Copper and Gunsight Scout's house. We are diligently working on chopping some vegetables because we're about to make chicken with rice and vegetable soup, and we're going to can that. Again, I gotta stress the importance of having help doing all this. Not that you can't do it by yourself. It's not hard, however, it is time consuming. And you know, it's a fun activity for everyone in the household to do. So I can only say that the more people you have help you, you can turn this into an assembly line, and no one will take up a huge amount of time, especially if you don't have to make runs to get everything, you know, and get your lists together, get what you need, get your materials, you know, all in one place.
Okay, babe.
This could be a great thing, okay? Now, one question I had for them, in a raw situation, how do I move all this canned goods, which are glass, how do I move those in a hurry? And I think we've come up with a solution. And that solution is probably milk crates for quart jars and pint jars. We haven't yet done the determination of how many jars will fit, but it's certainly a way to keep your stuff secure. And you may have to take some cardboard boxes, cut them up, and create dividers in between the jars. Where you get the milk crates is totally up to you.
You can purchase them legally.
Right. You know, I know everybody usually has some old milk crates around somewhere, so.
Oh, I made a mistake.
You know, this is part of that practical prepper. And as your garden, one of the reasons you're going to need help with this is your garden, as your garden grows, and you want to start putting some of that stuff back, that you know, whatever you don't eat, you're going to want to start putting some of that stuff back. You're going to want to start canning that stuff. Well, I can only tell you, the more of this you do, the more you get used to it, and the better you become at it. There are so many recipes out there. This is actually a recipe from, I'll throw a shout out to Pretend Farmer Girl.
Woohoo!
And Pretend Farmer Girl was kind of the inspiration for us making the chicken with rice soup. I've watched her videos for quite some time, and every time I watch her videos, for the most part, I get hungry. The milk can dinner, oh my gosh.
We gotta try that.
Yeah,
definitely.
we're gonna do that as a, like, you know, family entertainment kind of deal where everyone comes over and we do that. So my hat's off to Ember Copper for helping me this weekend, and Pretend Farmer Girl for inspiring, you know, a little culinary, because, you know, you won't find this recipe in a ball canning jar. So again, my hat's off to Pretend Farmer Girl for helping us out, and you know, you guys are going to follow us every step of the way. Like I said in my 154 sub video, thank you. You guys are going to be a part of this so that you can see what, you know, everyday preppers do. This isn't fancy, but it is making sure your family has what it needs to survive a hard time. Whether that hard time be economic, you know, whether that hard time be a full-scale economic collapse, or whether that hard time just be someone lost their job. I think we can all relate to that in this time, you know. And then there are going to be times when, as we all know, money won't be worth much. And even if you had money and you could take it to a grocery store, I'm not so sure grocery stores would be open. We talked about in an earlier video that when you don't eat right and don't fuel your body, you start to make irrational decisions, and at that point you're unable to defend your home, your family, your property, yourself for starters. So in the end, again, to be a complete prepper, you got to learn how to do this as well as shoot. And next week we're going to the Indy 1500 gun show. I think everybody knows what I look like, so if you see me, throw me a shout out. I'll be there Saturday during the day. I'll be there Saturday during most of the day. It is the largest gun show east of the Mississippi. Indiana is a very gun-friendly state, in case you're carrying concealed. I love it over here. Soon I'm faced with a situation where in the next 12 to 18 months, I may be able to return home to West Virginia. Not that I've been exiled, but due to some things financially going on, I may be able to return home. And in doing so, the natural resources in West Virginia are significantly higher than they are in Ohio. There's coal with abundance. There's natural gas with abundance. And, after watching Southern Preppers videos, I can tell you that that's a far better place for me. So, I actually own a home there. In that home, I can incorporate some of the practical prepper things: solar panels, wind tunnels, or windmills, and certainly the cost of living is cheaper there than it is in Dayton, Ohio. As we get these vegetables cut, I'm probably not as good at cutting as Ember Copper, but and there's always some shrinkage.
Yeah, but you gotta cut more than you eat, kiddo.
Yeah, I know. We're getting there. So, some of my future videos we're going to do on sprouting. I'm a big believer in sprouting. I don't do that nearly as much as I should. I usually wait for a time of trouble to sprout, because you usually don't get the nutrients that your body needs through any other means when you're in stress and time of trouble than when you're sprouting. But, it's the best time to sprout. As I plant my garden from seed, I may choose to use my sprouter to start my seedlings, so that I kind of give them a fair shake, getting into the world. But guys, we're gonna finish getting these veggies cut up, and then you'll follow us outside to where we have the All-American canner heating up and getting ready. Last night we did 7 quarts of tomato sauce. Look at that. 7 quarts of beautiful tomato sauce. It's fairly unseasoned, so we have to season it ourselves at the point at which we get ready to use it. This can be used, it's a base. It can be used in tomato soup, spaghetti, all sorts of, marinara sauce, pizza, chili, barbecue sauce, ketchup. It can be used a host of different ways. It's a base. And from that base, you would have to expand to make things your own. The important thing is this is normal stuff. This isn't MRA food. It is normal stuff. There's no preservatives in it. One important note, over here, Ember Copper and Gunsight Scout are extremely organic in nature. Yesterday we went to Blooming Foods, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And it is an organic food store. Lots of
It's a cooperative.
It's a cooperative. I saw lots of yuppies and lots of tree hugger types, and you know what?
Hey now.
Whoa, wait a minute. Saw lots of yuppies and tree hugger types, and you know what? It wasn't as disdainful as I thought. It wasn't as painful as I thought. There are certain things organic that I see some benefits from. My brother-in-law raises organic beef, and some of my in-laws are already gone organic, so I kind of understand it. And the more I come over here, the more I do understand.
If you're going to pay for the best gear possible to keep you safe, might as well pay for the best food possible to keep your body safe.
I couldn't agree more. So, I think this one's going to end up in the shrinkage pile.
That's why I'm cutting up more.
So, at some point, I'm going to try to get Ember Copper and Gunsight Scout over to the Miami Valley to do some sort of seminar on food prep and or organic stuff, prepping organic whatever. They just acquired 4 chicks, and we're going to see how that goes for them. I want to follow that progress too. I am going to leave with them a small HD Kodak Mini HD so that they can track the progress of their chicks, so that we all know what it takes to raise chickens from chicks to chickens. They're not in the film today. You hear her voice, and you don't see her face, and you certainly don't see
I'd break your camera.
Oh yeah, you don't see Gunsight Scout's face, but I assure you they're nice people. They just want some operational security, and I want this is what we do. I mean, this is just how we this is what normal people do. They don't live extravagantly, and as you all see, I don't live extravagantly. I don't have. Ooh, let me see the chicken. Let me see the chicken. This is organic chicken that Gunsight Scout cooked up last night and seasoned really well. We've got chicken stock, organic chicken stock over on the stove, and buddy, we're about ready to roll here, I think. Okay. Now the air temperature outside is what, 40 degrees?
Yeah, it's too cold to pack outside. It'll break the jars.
It's pretty cold to pack outside, and as we all know, kryptonite is my kryptonite is cold weather. So we're going to do what we need to do outside, but we're going to skip back in here to pack. You guys are going to watch. All right.